Shalom, and thank you for joining us today. I'm your host, Shalomith, of the Higher Learning Network, where higher learning comes from within. So trust the process. Today, we're talking about scholarships. Yes, it's the Scholarship Show. I am the queen of scholarships. Yes, I did put myself through 8 years of college. And no, I don't have a doctor's degree because I was too busy playing Bidwest 101 when I should have been in class. But I did get the grants, I did go to school, and I did graduate. So what do I have? I have a bachelor's degree. I have a PhD in nothing. So I want you to go ahead and get your education. And I'm going to give you all the information you need here today to get the scholarships. And I want to say thank you to my viewing audience and for the audience, my studio audience here. I know you all have children that you want to go to college. So I don't think it's necessary for you to take out a loan or borrow money or anything of that sort because you don't have to. There is way too much money available. You don't have to do that. So I'm going to give you the information that you need. Let me tell you how this came about. Back in February of this year, well, let me back up just a bit further than that. Most people know me as Zelda Robinson from Gospel Radio 1390 or V103's Inspirational Conversations. And for over, I'd say the last 15, almost 20 years, I've worked in radio, and I put myself through school to get to radio. And as a result of that, people had listeners calling, asking for information on grant money. So I would share the information that I had, and it just seems like the more information I shared, the more people called, and it just took me to a place that I had no intentions of going. I was very comfortable in radio, but people kept calling and asking because they knew I facilitated seminars in communications on a variety of subjects. You can find all that information out at the higherlearningnetwork.org. And it occurred to me one day that maybe you should start doing seminars on how to find money for school as well. So it started out as me doing the seminars, facilitating seminars on how to get free grant money for churches, pastors, nonprofits, ex-offenders, emergency funding. I did it all. But the one thing that kept coming back to me was scholarships. It doesn't matter if you were a child just coming out of high school or a student, a young adult coming out of high school. That's a child, isn't it? Yeah, even though they think they're grown. A young youth coming out of high school going into college. Or if you were already an adult like myself, I didn't go back to school until I was 36 years old. And how old I am now, that's none of your business. That's a whole nother show. But anyway, I thought it was imperative that I continue to pass this information on. So in my quest for doing gathering information for the Higher Learning Network, I decided that I was studying all the time, and I decided that I wanted to do something different in a way that would keep people informed. So I began facilitating the free grant money seminars, and it was simply overwhelming. I cannot tell you how many people, because of today's economic situation, the environment it's so tight. People need help. People need money. They need it, and they need it quick. So I had to go online and go to the library and other various people that I knew and get that information. So I got that information and I put it on CD and DVD. We even had brought guests in here to the show and made that happen. But it just wasn't enough. I could never do enough seminars. I was doing them once a week on Mondays or Tuesdays whenever my schedule would allow, but it just wasn't enough. So it finally dawned on me that I can't be everywhere for everyone and still have a life of my own, even though I still don't have a life. Everything, even my social environment, it evolves around what I do for a living. So it's on DVD now and it's available, but the scholarship show is not. So that's why I'm doing this show today. And back in February, we had the grand opening of the Higher Learning Network, and these are some of my friends that came out with me. Effie Roth from Inspiration 1390 and also WGCI AM 1390. It's Gospel Radio 1390, but now she's on V103 Sunday mornings. Also, Kennard Carter from WGCI 1075, who is he was the production manager at the time, but he has been promoted to the music director of WGCI. Congratulations, Kennard. And also, let me not forget my LaDonna Tittle, your Tittle in the Middle, who is my co-host of a show that we host together called Radio Station, home of Cheap Channel Radio. But this is a hilarious, we call it a sitcom for lack of a better word. It's just comedy and drama because that girl got some drama, let me tell you. But she's hilarious and we love the show, and she came out as well. Also, Al Greer from V103 and WKKC, he came out, as well as my good friend Barbara McDowell, who's the music director of Power 92. So, you know, we got to have something for the youth. Always got to have something for the youth. And it was, of course, it was hosted by my good buddy, Miss Troy Tyler from V103, in which my inspirational conversations, that's where you hear that. And we had the grand opening, and so many people came out, and so many people needed more money. So, and they all said they wanted to go back to school. And I'm like, wow, there's a lot of people want to go back to school. Did you know there was a lot of people want to go back to school? Did you know that? Say you know, because you got kids and you want them to go to school, is it right? Okay. Anyway, so that's how the scholarship show came about, and that's what this show is all about. So what we're going to do today is talk about scholarships and how do you get them. I have a list of 225 scholarships that are not being taken advantage of, and the money goes back to wherever it came from whatever institution it came from, because people don't use it. And they don't use it. Why? Because they don't know. So now that you've seen the scholarship show here at the Higher Learning Network, you have no excuse. If you want to go back to school, all you have to do is apply. And one of the things that I found is a setback is because people don't like to do the homework. And this does require a little homework. What do I mean when I say homework? What I mean by that is that you have to take the time to get on the computer, number one. If you don't have computer skills, shame on you. But guess what? It's never too late. Let me tell you a little quick story. What year is this? 2008. When I first got a computer, I was so scared. And this young lady I have to thank, who's sitting in the audience, her name is Deborah Peterson. Deborah, I called her and I said, I'm thinking about getting a computer. Now here I am, the communicator, right? I'm supposed to be able to communicate via the internet. Well, it's just not working because I was too scared to get on the computer. So Deborah told me what type of computer I could get, the cost, and some other things that I should look for in hardware, or was it software application? Well, at the time, this was in '93, so what software was I using, Deborah? It was Windows, what, 94, 95 or something like that? Anyway, so I got the computer, and I bought it used because I think computers were really, really expensive, like $5,000, or you could find a cheap one for half of that, $250 or something like that. And I didn't have, it wasn't in the budget at the time because I was too busy doing other things. I really didn't see the importance of having a computer. So I went, and I think I spent, $500? I spent $500 and bought a used computer. You can buy a new computer for $500 now, desktop anyway. So I went and bought the computer. And I didn't call Deborah back. I didn't call you back, did I? I bought the computer, and guess what? It sat on my desk for not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but 6 months. That's embarrassing. I shouldn't be telling it, should I? No, but I tell it because I know that there's somebody who's watching this program who has had that experience, or they're too afraid to go and get a computer. So I said that to say it's never too late. If I can learn the computer, anybody can learn it. And there are some people that I've learned recently that don't know how to read, some adults who don't know how to read. And we all know that adult literacy is a challenge in this world, not only in America, but in the world. So if there is something that you can learn on the internet, something, a topic of interest that you like, probably you will enjoy learning about that subject if you go on the internet. So that should be some incentive for you to go and get that computer. So if you need help in getting started, you know, don't wait 6 months like I did before you turn the computer on. That is so embarrassing. I can't believe I told that story. If you need help, give me a call. I will point you in the direction of the young lady who helped me overcome my fear. I mean, she really walked me through the process. I mean, baby steps, tiny steps. You turn the computer on. You wait until it boots up. And then once it boots up, you take your mouse and you, what do, Deborah? You go to the start button, and then you click on the program. Just say if it's a Word document, you click on like Microsoft Word, it'll open up. You want to type something, then you type something, and then you you click on the upper menu that says File, Save As, and then you name the document. We'll just say the document is the scholarship show. And then it's saved. And then you close it out and go to the internet to look up some scholarships, okay? So that's the part that we're going to start with, because I know that's the part you're interested in. But I just wanted to let you know that if you don't have internet skills, if you're not internet savvy, it's never too late. I learned, and I'm old, okay? So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come right back, and then I'm going to give you a list of organizations that you can go to on the internet. You know, phoning, faxing, and all that stuff is way, it'll take too long. Other people will have the scholarships, and you'll wonder why you didn't get in school, and they did. So I'm going to take a quick break, come back, and I'm going to show you how to go online and get the scholarships you need so you can get the education you need right here on the Higher Learning Network.
And on just being a better woman.
Oh, hi. Hi there. Oh, let me turn this down here. Awesome event. I'm actually doing some work for a project that I'm working on that was taped at the DuSable Museum with Monique Carradine as the host, as you can see. This was in celebration of the Saturn Women to Women series, which highlighted icons of poetry, I like to call them, Sonia Sanchez and Nikki Giovanni. And during this taping, Dr. Gwendolyn Brooks made her transition, so it was kind of a tough thing for me, but I hung in there. And as you can see, I'm just finishing the product here, a little bit behind schedule, but I'm making it work. So thanks for stopping by, and be sure and join me Monday nights at 11 p.m. on Channel 19 to see the Zelda Robinson Show. You see lots of everyday people in the community who are just like you, who are living with purpose and passion and making a difference in their lives and in the lives of people in the community. And thanks for stopping by. See you soon. Bye now. Gotta get to work. And as